Here we are. We're going to start looking here, but then we're going to end up over there doing multiple cameras today. We are in the Dave and Dave Show, episode 59. Can you believe it's been a month since we've done one?
Chestnuts.
Because you're always gone.
On an open fire.
You're always working.
I am around, yes. I am running around. I was in Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
And I love Austin. Very, very cool city.
Yay.
6th Street, music all through the street.
Yep.
I was on stage singing on dueling pianos.
We need some more energy.
I said you did.
No, not me, you. I was on Austin. All right, so here's the last episode of the year. We are on episode 59. We've had done like 40 of these already this year.
That's my age now.
At least 59 is your age. Beautiful. Got a lot to talk about. So, the title, the theme of this show is how you do anything is how you do everything. We're going to start with some shout outs. I was not at the installations, but from what I hear, you received an award. Another one. What was this one? The Frank Scala Marv Rubin Give Money to Politics Award?
The Frank Scala Marv Rubin Political Activist.
Political Activist Award. Beautiful. Congratulations. Is there room on that shelf for any more awards?
I think we should take like this whole glass wall and, put them up.
All joking aside, it is an honor that you recommit to this every single year and making a difference, even in a room and a sea of ignorance that is willfully done by the people surrounding you. I appreciate your service, even if you're the one lone voice of reason.
There are a few others.
Yeah, probably not. I've been in those rooms.
Azim got an award.
Oh, Azim. Yes, there is one other voice of reason in that award.
Azim Jessa got...
He got the state version of what you got, which is the Realtor Active in Politics award for the state.
Well deserved.
Azim loves his politics.
And Georgia got sworn in as MLS chair. So
You're beating us to the punch.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But okay. Georgia Purpura, one of our brokers, is the chairwoman of the Multiple Listing Service in 2020. And then we also have Christina Chipman, who got sworn in about a month ago, who was the 2020 president of Women's Council Realtors.
We got a lot of 2020s going on.
We sure do. And that's just a testament to the leadership that hopefully we attract and who we are. Okay, let's jump in. The reason why I said how you do anything is how you do everything is the first topic I want to talk about is realtor moving season.
It is the time. 'Tis the season to be jolly.
So I talked about it a little bit yesterday I started a video that I got great footage on, but the live didn't work out. But I want to really dig deep into a couple of things. The number one thing...
I happened to see that live because I was up early that night.
Oh, you watched it, and then I had to delete it.
On it too.
I had to delete it because it wasn't in the right format. It was all messy, but they got it, so they're going to cut it up, and you'll be able to see that again. So I put something along the lines of, you got to be careful how you market to somebody. And I think a lot of our competitors, my attorney I spoke to this morning said, Dave, do not mention the name of the company, but we will imply. So...
The one that's buying agents?
Buying agents. Who's worse? The company that buys agents or the agents willing to be bought?
I think they're partners in crime and they deserve each other.
I just had a little ironic thought when I was walking back and I was getting some water. And I said, we've talked, we're not going to talk about iBuyers and things today, but we've talked ad nauseum how the companies that are willing to buy your house supposedly for convenience they're banking on the fact that the sellers are not intelligent enough
Or
to understand-
educated enough.
exactly to fall for it, which is completely metaphorical to me, analogous, you like that one, to the real estate companies that are banking on the fact that the agent will fall for just lesser fees and getting bought. And what I spoke about yesterday is a couple of things. The number one thing for me is how disingenuous it is to offer a brand new agent that you want, not a brand new, like brand new to the business, but an agent from another company, a better deal
Than the existing agents that are loyal to you.
It's counterintuitive, but yet that's the kind of marketing norm, unfortunately.
One of the agents here got that phone call yesterday, and she said to the agents that were calling her that, don't you feel really bad that they're offering to pay all my fees and they won't offer the same thing to you to stay? Creates a very unhealthy platform. And it's what we call bait and switch, because I'll give you this for free, but then I'll overcharge you on this, and then in the end, you're going to end up spending more money.
Yeah.
So in my older days, we called it a come-on ad, that you would bait you into thinking you're getting a discount and then offer you the discount and charge you more on everything else. That in the end, the person that gave you that discount made more money than you would have if you stayed right where you were.
It's not like that, but I still believe that the companies that market in this way are showing their hand, right? Because the way they're marketing to you is they're treating you like a commodity. That you're going to look at brokerages as a commodity. So if they're willing to do that to you when you're coming in, imagine how they're willing to treat you while you're there.
Or going out.
Well, that's even read the fine print, baby, because good luck if you're trying to leave there. They own you. But it's kind of like we don't value the relationship and the value of our brokerage enough to sell you on the information and who we are, on the case studies of this agent has started here and look at them now, right? On the testimonials of, you know what, I've never been more at home or felt more comfortable or protected in a place in my life. They don't sell you on quality. They sell you on quantity, really. So that's just one. Then you got the Ponzi pyramid schemes, right? Where, you know, it's like cease and desist December, where instead of, you got the companies that just want to encourage you to recruit for them so that you can make some passive income. Whereas the biggest issue in our industry and what's broken about our industry is professionalism. So how could you on one hand say professionalism is an issue, but on the other end, just worrying about recruiting every Tom, Dick, and Harry to your company, whether or not they produce or not, just so that you could get some residual income.
Or if they're ethical or not.
Exactly. You know, I would argue, why not put all of that great time into building your own business?
And then we have the companies today that are saying, I'll give you this free if you use this, this, and this of company services.
Oh, yes, the RESPA violation.
But they won't print that. They can't print that.
It's we own a title company and we own a brokerage. But if you use our title company, we'll give you a break on our brokerage. But yet you're pushing, that's a good one.
Many companies doing that today and saying we will give you free if you use that. But when I asked for that in print, they told me the broker said to them that they couldn't put it in print because it's a RESPA violation. So knowingly violating. Yeah. And my feeling is, if money is that important to you and your ethics isn't, I'd rather you be with those companies than be with us.
I could not agree more. I was actually sitting here waiting to say, if that's how you feel, you're where you should be.
Right.
Right? Because to
Water
bring this,
seeks its own level. One of my favorite sayings.
we were talking the other day, and he was like, it's so good that certain people are at the same company together. And I said, "What? You haven't even used your own line, which is water seeks its own level."
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's turn this positive to us.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We don't want everybody. The interviewing process with us is a two-way street. You're interviewing us, we're interviewing you, right? And we've talked ad nauseum, but we'll do it again. A desire to grow, professionalism, ethics, aspirational person.
The new agent looking to learn to
Yes.
do it right, that we have such great brokers that will train them right and train them how to succeed. That's what we're looking for.
So here's the thing. When you really get to the nitty gritty of it, we want people who are willing to do the work and do the right thing. Okay.
You got it. And do the right thing first.
So this year's been a year of transition for us. We capped the company this time last year, right? We've set a standard. So we have room. Now we're going to do a run-up for 2020 to our 500 agents that's capped. And then it's over. We are in the process of strategically putting all of our agents in different phases so that they know where they are, and they can, first you got to know where you're at in order to know where you want to go. And then we're building the bridges from phase 1 to phase 2, 2 to 3, and 3 to 4, right? Personalized service, each agent. Not a requirement, but something that we always offer to our people.
And we have agents coming in for business planning now, talking about 2020, where they were in 19 and what we're going to get to success in 2020. I have to tell you a little story.
Go for it, I love it.
It's a funny story. An agent of ours is offering a rental, and she's offering X dollars for the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And the other agent said to her, "Oh no, I want to take less." So you're all making faces at me. "I want to take less." She goes, "If I get the money you're willing to offer me, then it becomes a split with the broker. But if I get $100 less, I get to keep the whole thing myself." So in our company, understand, we do not do that. Our referral fee is 10% up to $495.
That's just on referrals and rentals.
On referrals and rentals.
Not on transactions.
This is a rental.
We're 100%.
Right, this is a rental. And she stopped her from giving her, she actually wanted to get paid
She makes more money if it's 100 less.
because the broker then comes in and grabs 50% of the money.
It's a nickel and dime.
I said, "Oh my God." And then
We
another,
got some stuff over
thank
there.
you, thank you, fix my elbow. Then another broker, they're talking to coming to us, an agent, because they pay 20% on a referral fee.
Yeah.
Coming from another state or whatever, instead of the 10% up to $5,000. And I'm like, wow, are people really?
This is the easiest way. On anything you do, you never pay us more than $495.
That's the
Easiest way to put it. I love it. But it's all about a recommitment. So we've talked about this transition. Everyone is considered a real estate company, a brokerage. But we believe we're truly a consulting and coaching company in addition to a brokerage. Because that's the point of difference. That getting deep, knowing our agents, knowing their story, and being able to guide and assist along the way of their journey.
Mm-hmm.
That is a big point of difference. There isn't a CRM or a tech product that actually takes care of that. It's literally coaching built in to what we do.
And then when you talk about the coaching, there is another no company in Vegas that will tell you, we will pay for Brian Buffini training if after your first transaction. I don't think there's a company in the city that pays for professional outside training
There
for
isn't.
the agent.
But still, yet people don't realize it because everyone's got hot leads. Let me tell you something about hot leads.
Hot leads, yeah.
Hot
leads.
Hot, not warm, not lukewarm, not cool, not cold, but hot.
Hot leads.
They have hot leads. You know what they're going to do with their hot leads? They're going to close them themselves and not give them to you. And if they are going to give them to you, they are going to charge you a split so much that it becomes cost prohibitive for you even to waste your time on these leads.
The last agent that left for hot leads
Came right back.
came right back and brought 2 with her.
That's the best story ever. Left for
great.
hot leads. And she really just had I don't want to call it self-worth, but I don't think she was realizing how great of a business she was doing.
How good she really was.
And yet was able to bring back an agent that does just as much business and another agent, which is kind of ironic. All right, so that's what we're saying about Realtor Moving Season. If you are interested in coming to us, call our main office, 853-2444. Tell us which office you're interested in, whether it be Summerlin, Southwest, or Green Valley. We will get you set up on an interview with either one of us, George Papora or Jennifer Hill, and we'll just tell you what we're about. All informational. We don't even follow up much on purpose because we believe in if the voice is telling you inside that you need to be with us or not, you're going to make that decision. We're not going to be like, hey, you coming?
If you join in the month of December for $199, anytime, I will paint your car for joining.
Yeah. And there's no guarantee. I will guarantee this is a guarantee. And every speech I've ever done about this man, because he's been president of the local Realtor Association, president of the state, I've had to do a lot of speeches for him. And the one thing I always say, and I can guarantee you this, is that we will leave you better than we found you. Guaranteed. Every girl I've ever dated, I believe that's the case.
Oh, now we're going into girls you're dating. No.
Every friend. I believe that, like, it's difficult. This is something that you have instilled in me. It's difficult for me to even talk to you two without saying, this is how we can improve. This is how I can help. That's where I got from you.
Well,
So I guarantee you we'll leave you better than we found you.
we try to do the right thing and we try to teach the right thing.
Beautiful. That's it for the solicit. Let's jump into the 2019 recap. What's happened in 2019? And then I'll give you a little bit of
I became 59 and
I'll give you a little bit of
that means I was born in what year? I'm trying to think. 59.
Oh my God. You made me lose my train of thought. I'm going to give you a little foreshadowing.
60. I was born in 60.
Foreshadowing.
Okay.
So we're going to talk about 2019 recap. The market, the real estate industry, the real estate agent industry. And we're talking about the success of our agents. You got some schmutz there.
Good. I'm glad you take. I'm peeling.
You are.
I'm
Yeah, I just wanted you to look good.
I'm shedding a new coat.
Everything, it's like Peter Gallagher. You got a lot going on.
Yeah. Peter Gallagher.
And most people have no clue.
No,
so we're going to talk about the
I
recap.
gave Jane Fonda Peter Gallagher on the show. Forget it.
Even I don't know that. 2019 recap,
did.
and then we're going to do 2020 predictions, and then we're going to do a little gratitude to the people we've worked with the entire year. Cool?
Cool.
All right, so I want to start. I've been working on the numbers with Danny because we got an awards party coming in probably February. And
Good month. No, nothing's going on in February.
Yeah,
I'm
other than the
going to
Super
Miami.
Bowl.
Passing Super Bowl.
Miami, I'm going 23rd to the 1st.
No, it's going to be the beginning of February.
Okay.
Poor
me.
We are, depending upon, some people are so close, they're at like 94,000, right? So we have an award that's a 100K club, $100,000 commission club.
That's a nice award, too.
It's a nice award. Did you see it? That's pretty. Glass etched. We're not going to give it away because it's going to be fun.
Give it away now.
So we are at like 22%, like over 80 something people are like either there or like this close.
So just go out and do rentals.
I mean, do something, right? Which means that depending upon like where we're ending, it also doesn't count people who have moved to other states or got into commercial, that people leave for different reasons. If you put that all in the case, some people we had to actually fire and let go, right? Because they weren't doing ethical business. We're easily at 22 to 25% of our agents are at $100,000. And that doesn't include people, we have an agent all the way up to $600,000.
And that breaks the norm standard of NAR of how.
by a mile, because
by a mile, yeah.
we're at least 75-25 on that Pareto's law, where in most, which means that 25% of our agents are doing 75% of the business. Most companies, most in the industry is 93-7. 7% of the agents are doing 93% of the business. So super proud of that. We have over almost 25 agents who are going to be in Nest level, which means they've done 20 transactions or more. They get beautiful, which we know is big, beautiful teardrop award. And then we have some new awards coming too, Hall of Fame, Rising Stars, things like that. So a lot of fun coming. And we're on track to close over 3,000 transactions and over $1 billion in real estate.
Wow.
Why are you not impressed?
I am impressed. Can I get a rising star since I'm a new agent?
We've paid like $27 million in commissions.
Wow, no wonder brokers want to be agents.
Is that not, yeah, right?
Mm-hmm.
These numbers outstanding. So we don't say this to impress you. We say this to impress upon you that you could do the right way with ethics and still be successful. And that relationships still work and relationships matter and going deep. So it's been a great year. And this is a year of transition because even though we had already a high bar on who we wanted to attract, we raised it. So we actually slowed ourselves down on purpose, which you don't see in this industry. Usually it'll take anybody and everybody. We still hired a ton of people.
You got a pulse? You're on.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But we got heart, and that'll matter in the end, right?
I agree.
2019 recap on Las Vegas. What do you think? What's your recap on Las Vegas?
I think I would call 2019 the year of stabilization.
I like it.
You know, this was a year that the increases didn't go crazy. We were very stable. We got rid of our inventory problem. Houses sold. People moved in. It wasn't 17 offers.
I so disagree with you.
We stabilized this year. I think we stabilized into what I would call a normal market.
I will meet you halfway as usual.
You always do.
I believe it's stable. It was stabilization compared to the unsustainable growth we were dealing with.
It's same thing I'm saying.
But it was still a nice, healthy growth.
It was a good job.
And the inventory is still low.
In your eyes only.
I have multiple articles that could back that
James
up.
Bond.
Multiple articles.
For your eyes
It's called
only.
facts, not feelings. We talk about this in my warrior groups. There's a difference between facts, which I live in, and feelings,
which I live in.
Yes.
Right. I agree with that, though. I do live in feelings.
Yeah.
Feelings.
Were you going to say fear?
No, feelings.
Okay, so what about the city in general, not just the numbers?
The city is on the verge of huge growth and huge big city coming up.
Big city boy city coming up.
Yeah.
So, let me paraphrase and translate for all of you listeners.
Thank God he's been with me for 42 years. He understands my lingo.
We are at the tipping point of becoming a tier 1 city in multiple areas of growth with a diversification of jobs.
Isn't that what I just said?
That's exactly what you said.
Thank you.
Totally. Job growth, population growth,
Sports.
sales, people coming to the city. And there's no sign of stopping. But we'll talk about 2020 in a minute. We still have, we've seen not the Raider effect, the Golden Knight effect, and I don't think that's a economic effect. I think that is a community effect.
I think it's both.
Yes.
I think there's an economic benefit to them.
I think it's, people love to, here's the cliche betting reference with Las Vegas. But people love to bet against Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the time they bet against Las Vegas, they lose. Everyone said hockey wouldn't work. Mm-hmm. Everyone said we couldn't transition from a casino town into an entertainment town. Everyone said we couldn't develop our suburbs, that we couldn't sustain restaurants and economic growth, that we'd never make it out of 2008 and 2009. And they were wrong.
Yeah, we made it.
We've made it,
And grew more.
right?
Well, classic example, I'm the 2020 RVP, right, for NAR. One of the people on the board from one of the RVPs from South Carolina is coming in January, wants to see the office, but you know what they're coming for? To hike, to stay at Red Rock and hike our mountains and hike our trails. And he said, I know it sounds crazy, but they're a hiking sort of family. And I said, wow, I didn't think people knew that we have all that. And he said, yeah, you're sort of getting known that you got some great hiking trails, some great trails. So we've even diversified there.
You know what I love about this town? Is you could really be whoever you want. You could be a Republican, a Democrat. You could be an independent. You could be religious. You could be non-religious. You could be wild. You could be in the suburbs. You could be downtown. You could be on the strip. You could pick and choose how this city is going to work for you.
Place for everyone.
You could be in the mountains, right? Or you could be playing the slots. You can see the best shows and go to the best restaurants. And we're finally getting those local places too. And as much as I always talk about it, I want that second California home because I want to wake up and see the ocean. Even California, the juice isn't worth the squeeze for me. Vegas is where it's at. Now, we can get rid of a month in the summer, I'd be a happy camper. All right, so that's our recap. Urban Nest, we're on fire. We've stabilized again with us. We didn't see agent growth on purpose. We have seen transaction and volume growth on purpose.
Right. The Summerlin office came the third busiest branch in the city. That happened this year. Number 3, we're soon going to be at Avis status. Number 2, we try harder.
No clue.
You don't know that
No
commercial? All right. Here you go.
No clue. But those numbers, while they're nice, and while I love, like there's a one of our competitors, I love to say that Summerlin does more than their Summerlin and Green Valley office combined. While these numbers are nice, we are still committed to
Quality.
not only just quality, we are committed to our agents doing the most ethical business and the most business per agent in the business. That's what we care about, seeing the growth. I don't need to be number 1 in agents. I don't need to be number 1 in volume, because a lot of that is a direct reflection of just
Hiring anyone off the street.
you got it and hope and pray that they just kind of fall into a deal or two. Fair? Okay, 2020 predictions. So same 3 things. Let's predict for us, let's predict for the market in Las Vegas, and let's predict in the city. So you can pick any of the 3. You want to start with the city and go backwards? What do you think is going to happen in the city? So we know the Raiders are coming. That's 2020, right off the bat.
I think that next year, and I will call this out because we got so much controversy on the Realtor.com article. And the Realtor.com article said that we are expected to go down in median price and not sell as many houses. And it wasn't based on any facts other than it's slow right now because it's the holidays.
Yeah.
And a lot of agents out there and a lot of people got scared and upset by that article.
Yeah.
Well, NAR met with the 12 chief economists throughout the United States,
Yeah.
and they picked 10 cities within the whole United States that they felt would be the most successful growing cities in 3 to 5 years. And guess what city was on that? Las Vegas. So my prediction for 2020 is again a stable, growing year.
So this is a great article that was shared multiple times yesterday from the Housing Wire. And it starts with just simple supply and demand. And I know we've been talking about this since 2012, but more so as the years gone by. We have not been able, as a nation, but even more so as a city, and actually a state, because Reno has the same issue. The new home starts have not been able to even come close to reaching or meeting the demand of the buyers out there. So that's one piece of it. Then you just have people living in their homes for a longer amount of time. It says right here, it has actually jumped from an average of 5 years people staying in their home to 10.
Yeah, I read that.
And I was thinking about this. You know
I
how
don't know if I ever stayed in any home I've been here.
do you know how many times I moved in the last 10 years?
How many?
3 times. I've made some amazing money by moving.
Well, realtors are in that brain set. You
As
know?
much as I love my house, I looked at a house last week. I'd move in a heartbeat, but because I've moved a couple of times, I was able to make money. So people staying on the sidelines are losing. So I am very bullish on the Vegas market, at least for 2020. I would even go further. I mean, obviously there's things we can't control, like elections and things like that. That being said, I think we're still do not have enough inventory. We don't have enough nice inventory. I think there's great opportunities to flip. I think there's great opportunities to buy and hold. I think there's great opportunities to move up. And in 2020, I'm going to say that we start a little slow. January,
We
February.
always start a little slow.
And I think it's going to be insanity from like the middle of March, April, May, June. July is basically Christmas in the summer, always chills a little bit.
Right.
And then insanity again, August, September,
So you're telling
October.
me to take a vacation up to the middle of March, and then you're telling me to take off July.
No, I'm not telling you because everyone makes that mistake. Yet here we are having an amazing December. We have agents. I'm signing commission orders
I know.
like insane.
The commission log is full.
And I love it because this is where people go and they shut off. Some sellers say I'm not selling, buyers say I'm not buying, and the agents that are willing to work make great money. The sellers that are willing to list sell their house, right? And the buyers that are willing to go out there can find some good deals. It just depends.
You notice a lot of houses that have been on the market a while are selling now because the inventory decreased. So now that option becomes a better option than it was. It becomes prettier in December than it was in June.
I agree. And as far as the city goes, I think we take that final push towards Tier 1. I think this stadium opening is going to be unbelievable, and I think we're going to do it right.
Yeah, and I mean, we have practice facilities, new casinos downtown, new casinos on the strip, shopping, everything's going on.
Resorts World is on its way. The Drew is on its way.
Circa downtown is on its way.
I feel like we are really at the tipping point, and if we can make it another 2 or 3 years before we see a recession, these projects will go through. The block, I think that a really great opportunity for a lot of people is going to be from Southern Highlands to that whole St. Rose corridor, the M, the block, the training facility. I'm really high on South Vegas.
I
Boulevard.
was just going to say, I also don't think that a lot of people give the Southwest credit. Because Green Valley, of course, and Henderson is exploding. You see it all over the news. And, of course, the Summerlin people at Summerlin. But the Southwest is getting some really cool projects. So
right next to our Southwest office is going to be a Lifetime Athletic with
apartments
across the way. There's a thing called the Uncommons, which is going to be this live, work, and play space. You got the Bend, which a buddy of mine, Jay, is putting together with all these great restaurants.
There's a lot of exciting stuff.
A lot of exciting stuff, and that's what I'm saying. I think we're going to see, especially in the north with Sky Canyon and all those projects up there, I believe that's going to become as much like Long Island as we've seen. Right?
Great analogy for people that don't understand. You give me a fast analogy of what happened in Long Island.
You've seen it better than me. So you got this guy born and raised in Queens, loved horses with his friends. Met my mother doing, the one barn I think they had in Queens, right? And they were kids, they didn't have a lot of money, and they needed space to ride. So what did? They went further out on Long Island, right? Because it got cheaper as you went. So they pretty much found the cheapest place you could go. Because in Long Island, you have the North Shore and the South Shore. Then you have Montauk and the Hamptons on one side and the city on the other. So we're literally in the middle of the North and South Shore, in the middle of the East.
Right.
It's
Not on the water.
not on the water anyway.
Right.
But he still was a New York City fireman, so you could commute, what was 40 miles?
40,
To Queens it was 40 or 35, 40?
My house to the house was 45 miles.
Which, if you don't leave right in Long Island, it's 2 hours. If
2
you do it
hours.
right,
Yeah.
maybe you get there.
Sometimes I slept on the way home.
That's fast as you ever did it.
Huh?
Fastest you ever got from Ohio Avenue to Grandma's house.
45 minutes.
You must have been
Wow.
flying.
I was.
This guy, I'll tell you the story. So there, as I got older, there was the HOV lane. So he took one of the firehouse dummies and put it
He
in.
was a real man.
And put
It's
it-
just he was a mannequin.
He's a mannequin. He put it in his passenger seat with the FDNY hat. So
He
could
was
go-
sleeping. And if anyone needed CPR, I was ready.
You're ready to go. You're ready to go. So
Yeah.
I see the Long Island effect happening.
Yes.
And, you know, California is not stopping anytime soon. You know what people are sitting on? They're sitting on it, but it looks like it's gaining momentum, and I have faith in Richard Branson. That fast train can change everything.
The train from California to
The
here.
Victorville to here.
Oh, I thought you meant that bullet one that they're building under the road by the convention center. Did you see that one?
No, that's Elon Musk.
Oh, did you see that one?
Yes.
It's one person, and your face goes like this when you get in it.
That's the
Not going in that one.
that's what is it called? The Hyperloop.
You test that out. Let me know.
You know how awesome it would be to go to like hey, you want to go to San Francisco for lunch today?
I agree.
That would be cool. Like, hey, let's go. There's a great restaurant in San Francisco. Let's just go to there for lunch. That'd be amazing.
That will be in your time, my son.
Maybe not mine. Maybe in my children's time.
Okay.
So, lastly, I think that how many percentage you think we're going to go up? You think we're going to go up in 2020?
I think we're going to go up anywhere. I'm going to go with my 5 to 7%.
I'm completely agreeing with you.
Wow.
5 to 7%.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If you buy correctly and do a little flip-de-doo-dah, you can make more depending on the
You
situation.
know, we were talking in the meeting yesterday, and the rents being so high for the investors to keep is even a beautiful thing because you're getting a great rent roll for it, you know?
It's a nice fallback if you screw up on a flip.
Yeah.
All right, I can't make the return that I wanted to. If you can keep the money invested, rent it.
It's kind of funny. 3 houses that are on the market in Red Rock, because I follow that market living there, are rented.
Yeah.
And they're saying they have them for sale, but as they have them for sale and they're flippers,
Yeah.
they're renting them at the same time. So they're getting rental income, and if it sells, they'll get the flip income. So, yes.
You know, and that's the thing. You want to buy a flip? Buy it now. Best time to buy, if it's on the market for like 180 days, buy it now for a reduced price, right? Then you're going to take 45 days-ish, 60 days to flip, to do all the work.
Right.
Then you get to put it on the market in March when the market starts coming back. Amazing time to jump in, invest, do the work, sell it when it starts getting the hot season.
Mm-hmm.
You can't even. We should be paying. We should be charging money for this type of advice. All right. What about us?
I think we're going to be in a growth period. I'd say this year was the year we realized who we are and what we want. And I think next year we're going to hire people we want. And I think we're going to attract that agent that wants to do better, cleaner business. And they're going to come to us. So I think we're going to have a growth period next year.
I could see about 30 to 40 more agents net. I could see another, because we're focused on, the people we want, another 400 or 500 agents. I could see a 10 to 15% in transactions and maybe even hit 3.5-ish billion in business. I could also see we're going to become more of a coaching company, which I love.
Training, coaching, yes.
Because that's what. So here's a secret. People more than ever are going online, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're finding either a webinar a coaching system or a specialist to go one-on-one in order to get concierge, masterclass learning type assistance. This industry is becoming $1 billion a day business within the next 5 years. More people. What clients are looking for in their agents, this is that relationship we talk about, are guidance, support, expertise, and assistance. They have all the information. They want the expert to help guide them through. What agents want is guidance, support, expertise, and assistance. All the brokerages out there are offering similar products and services and things like that, but are the experts there to hold their hand and guide and assist? That is why the shift for our company is we've already been that. That's who we are, but we are doubling down at a higher level on who we are, what we represent, and who we want to work with on a daily basis with our agents. Fair enough? Okay, so 5 or 7% for their industry. Median price by next year at this point.
315.
Ooh, what a cop out. I guess that is 5% of 300. I'm gonna go 323.
You using your weight?
You're a funny guy. You have any goals for yourself? So we had this conversation on the Making Sense Common show. I think I did, right? No more goals. Those are nonsense. Commitments. What are your commitments?
I have a commitment to be the best, healthiest person I could be next year.
That's very vague. You need more. I'm going to weigh the exact same weight that I weighed 25 years ago when I moved here on July 9th. On July 9th.
That's very detailed.
You got to be detailed. I know exactly how much money we're going to...
The weight I was when I got married to your mother.
You'd have to cut off your body.
Half my body. Yeah. 145, my boy weight.
All right, let's see some gratitude. So, number one, let's thank our partners right off the bat. Wes Friedman, Southern. Oh, I almost.
Oh,
wow! That was
fresh baked cookies.
I almost went back. Wes Friedman with FBC Mortgage. Wes has been with us from day one. Thank you. You want to do one?
Francine Willis, Old Republic Home Warranty, day one.
Bettina McGowan, AHS Home Warranty. Thank you, Bettina. Great year.
Lawyer's Title has been not only with us, but phenomenal. Great escrow office.
A lot of people have mentioned there. Ashley Remington, John Contaduca, Steve Dover, Amber Bean, Cara.
Goes on and on. Maria.
Goes
on and on and on.
Fantastic. What? Amy Julian. Axia Home Loans. Oh, you were looking at me.
I did lawyers. Your turn.
I finished lawyers for you.
But
Amy Julian, Axia Home Loans.
The rescuer, I call Amy.
She's been a
She
wonderful
rescues the bad deals and closes them and saves the transaction.
Larry Perner.
Larry Perna is
Bridge Home Inspections.
Has been the best
from the get go.
He went from one guy when we started to
8 or 9 now.
8 or 9,
and just
services his business.
Amazing. What? Your turn. I just said Larry Perna. What about Henry Buchanan and Esmeralda and Aaron Frey? WFG, yes. Henry and I talked yesterday. I've known Henry since I was 23 years old and had hair.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Was his gray then?
It looked exactly the same.
Yeah, Henry hasn't changed.
He still has the hair, but
it's white.
And then
Silver Fox.
Our Desert Home Inspections friend we haven't seen in a while, Tim Gainey.
Good man.
Good man.
Solid.
Wild Dog Digital.
You know, on our goal and what it is in this company is to only use professional photos.
It's not a goal, it's a requirement.
Right, I'm saying. Wild Dog has brought us great quality photos at the least expensive price, and sometimes it's hard to get that money, and Wild Dog does phenomenal job for a phenomenal price. So I really appreciate that they've helped us in
They
that.
did a great job. I don't think we've missed anybody, have we? No. And I just wanted to really take the time to thank all of them. They're amazing, and that's our list of people that are just amazing. And then obviously people we work with every day. You know, Bernadette Figueroa has been with us. God, what? In April it'll be 6 years.
6 years, yeah.
Holding down Summerlin. Jennifer Hill, just our broker.
Hit a year anniversary.
Year anniversary. She takes care of Green Valley. She also
Phenomenal.
and Summerlin and South. She takes care of everybody. She's been a wonderful addition. Georgia Propora, great broker. Excuse me, I was gonna say agent, broker agent. The things she's doing on the MLS, the teaching, fantastic addition. She's been with us 2 years now. Right?
Yeah.
Fantastic. And we have some new additions. It's been a year of some change.
Yeah.
We've had our bookkeeper retire, so we have a Jersey girl,
Oh, she's great.
Denise, fantastic, and then a very new addition who I'm super excited about, Patty, who's going to be over at the Southwest, and then last but not least, our director of operations and our Swiss Army knife, because
Who's been with us how long?
in January it's got to be 7 years. I mean, almost a duration. Miss Danny Burns, fantastic. And here we are, you and me, going into our 8th year. We're in our 8th year. We've been in this office 8
How
years.
lucky am I get to work with my son for 8 years. My baby
You
boy.
know, I think about that all the time. That's my gratitude stack to you, is when I get infuriated at the speed of which we don't go sometimes. I'm like, I'm going to look back at this time and be so grateful that I got to spend so much time with you. And
How
I'm
about
not being facetious.
I know that. How many times do you say, wow, Dad, you were right when you rethink something?
I think if we were keeping score, though,
Are we yin and yang?
we really are.
Right.
So there's a great book called Rocket Fuel. And it explains how the best companies have the yin and yang, your visionary and your integrator. And the personalities are usually very different.
So he's the
Visionary.
integrator.
I'm the
and
visionary.
I'm the visionary.
I'm the visionary.
I'm the integrator. I'll take
The
my-
reality is the vision, and I'm not even trying to take it, like the visionary has some issues. Like visionary has too many ideas, sometimes not great at implementing, sometimes wants to grow way too fast, right? And the integrator just wants to slog along, resist change, but is the stability, right? So if you put that together, like I always joke, we would have had 10 offices and been out of business. And with me and with him, we would have never made any money because we never would have changed anything.
Right.
So it's a great partnership that being entrepreneurs, it's not always easy.
It isn't. And you know what? You see partnerships break up and you see partners in real estate break up. And we can't because we're blood to blood, father, son. So together
What do we never
go.
argue about though?
Money.
Never argue about money because we technically would give the money to each other at any time. We come from respect and love, you win. And lastly, our agents. The best in this industry. You know, I really believe we attract who we are in this two-way street. I say it all the time. We attract those agents and those agents attract us. They're a reflection of
I agree.
who we are.
I love when I go to these events and people say to me, I love Urban Nest agents. I know if it's going through Urban Nest that the deal's going to go and it's going to be a cooperative agent and they're going to do their job. That gives me a sense of fulfillment that we're doing the right
And pride when they're like, oh my God, you got the best people over there. And I've worked with this person. Like because when they're like, oh, I know one of your agents. And you don't, I always hesitate for a second. Are they going to say something, you know? And they're like, oh, I had an amazing experience with so-and-so. And I mean, me and you are everywhere. And we get to hear that on a daily basis. That's probably the thing I'm most grateful for out of all of this.
I agree.
Right?
I agree.
Well, we're going to leave you with this. Enjoy your holiday season. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas. Get ready for 2020. It's a new decade. It's exciting time.
Should I ask the governor tonight when I go to dinner with him what he thinks 2020 is going to
I
be?
think that would be smart.
Should I ask him to come on the Dave and Dave show?
He's got a seat waiting for him. He's got
Okay.
tough questions though.
Okay.
Even though I voted for him, I love him, but I asked the tough questions. No BSing on our show. We got the good stuff, right?
It's real.
Yeah. Any parting shots?
Parting shots to me is keep working. Don't goof off the whole holiday, but have a great, safe holiday season.
Thank you.
You could do both.
Thank you for everything. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of us. Thank you for believing us as much as we believe in you. Have a great one.